Good day. Hope you're doing well. Today we have an article from CBR.com and it's titled Star Wars: What Does Palpatine Want in the Rise of Skywalker? It's dated July 23rd, 2019. So, let's get into it. As a teaser trailer for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker cut from the ruins of the Death Star 2 to black, watchers heard Emperor Palpatine's unsettling crackle, indicating he'll play some role in the upcoming film despite his apparent death in Return of the Jedi. According to director J.J. Abrams, the upcoming film will pit the sequel's trilogy's heroes against this unspeakable evil. In a galaxy wrecked in its third civil war in 4 decades, it's difficult to pinpoint what the Emperor even wants anymore. However, there might be some foreshadowing in previous Star Wars films and books that gives us some idea of his goal when he returns. And we'll keep going on. Over the course of the prequel trilogy, Palpatine's plotting, actions, and motives seem straightforward enough. Step 1. Destabilize the precarious peace of the Republic through commercial blockades, separatist movements, and forced Jedi Council coup. Step 2. Grudgingly accept chancellorship. Step 3. Obliterate the opposition and grab all political and military power. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, really, in the prequels. His plan works perfectly, and even manages to corrupt Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, in the process. This leaves him pursuing his 3 passion projects around the time of the original trilogy: collecting ancient Sith and Jedi artifacts, sending explorers to probe the unknown regions, and building Skyhook, in a gorgeous suborbital private garden. He also uses some of this time to train and use Darth Vader, with comics set between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, having Palpatine send his apprentice to pursue his nefarious ends. It becomes kyber crystal clear in Chuck Wendig's Aftermath trilogy. Palpatine planned for the Empire to die with him. He didn't spend much time directly ruling, but he went out of his way to plan the contingency, a backup protocol based on the certainty that the Empire should not survive him. And should that happen, his loyalists would ensure the Empire's destruction and its retreat into the unknown regions to regroup for some nefarious purpose. So, if Palpatine wasn't pursuing historical glory or lasting legacy, what was he after when he became Emperor? Eternal life plays a role, especially since he was the apprentice of Darth Plagueis. Immortality pops up enough in the Sith tradition as to not be that special. Actually, essence transfer is so common to be part of a Sith Lord's toolkit since the times of the Sith Empire. However, the ability has pretty major drawbacks. A self-respecting Dark Lord would want to spend eternity trapped in a mask like Darth Maul, or in a pendant like Carnus Moore, or in a mummy like Darth Tenebris. What is undeniable is that Palpatine managed to somehow, in some way, survive Darth Vader's throw and the collapse of the Death Star 2. So whichever plans he had before his demise are going to take a back seat to returning. This means that if he's immortal by way of essence transfer into an inanimate object, he'll be looking out for a living vessel, preferably force sensitive, to get back on his feet. That body could be either Kylo's or Rey's, but there are 6 Darkside users, the Knights of Ren, that have potentially spent the last 2 movies on an artifact ancient treasure hunt. So it's more probable that the first sentient character Palpatine possesses is one of the Knights, and that he does it through one of the mysterious artifacts that he collected during his time as Emperor. Taking someone's consciousness over looks a lot more like unspeakable evil, and there's a chilling precedent in the Star Wars expanded universe, particularly the Knights of the Old Republic, Emperor of the Sith Empire. Lord Vitiate, who used a similar technique, managed to live and rule for 1,300 years. Vitiate kicked off his power trip by performing the ritual of Nathema, which sucked the life out of the planet of Nathma, stripping the Force off the very fabric of reality. Vitiate planned to eventually do this to the entire galaxy. This act would definitely qualify as a proper act of unspeakable evil, worthy of the final episode of a legendary galactic saga. Besides, the galaxy, as the Rise of Skywalker begins, is in the perfect state of disarray for a Palpatine ghost to sweep the Force home. From the First Order, eternally divided, to the fragmented and fragile Resistance, to the way Kylo Ren and Rey seem to have dug their heels into each opposing side of the Force, it looks like the perfect storm for a Machiavellian divider and conqueror Sith Emperor. Palpatine is a lot like different villainous entities in the series, like the Sarlacc under Jabba's barge, patiently waiting for the bodies to drop in. The Exogarth that almost ate the Millennium Falcon, the garbage disposal monster, slithering slimy tentacles around our heroes, or Starkiller Base sucking stars dry to destroy planets with phantom energy. The constant imagery of insatiable devourers in the movies fits Palpatine's motives perfectly. Even his out-of-character Skyhook Garden bring to mind a cunning predator, lying in wait to hook a Skywalker and bring the universe crashing down with a timely tug, all for the sake of the most singular, powerful being in the universe. So what do you think about that? Essence transfer was a big part of the expanded universe, and I'd read a lot of those books. And then you had also, like, Palpatine was a clone of a clone and a clone, and kept moving his essence and transferring it to each clone. It'll probably work out something like that. I have a feeling that this person is right, that one of the Knights of Ren will get possessed by Palpatine, as Palpatine tries to find Rey or Kylo. So what do you guys think about this theory that Palpatine is looking for someone to hold his essence, since after he apparently got destroyed in Return of the Jedi? I think it's going to be really awesome, and I really hope Palpatine has a big story in this. I really, really do. But I do hope by the end of it, and it should be by the end of the movie, that Palpatine is gone forever. I hope so. I just really want the Rise of Skywalker to end in a nice big bow. Everyone feeling good about it, and the light side, dark side, everything's balanced. That's what I'm kind of hoping for the Rise of Skywalker. I might have too much expectations, I guess, and I shouldn't have, because I did have a lot of high expectations for The Last Jedi, and I wasn't too fond of The Last Jedi, obviously. So I didn't hate The Last Jedi, just wasn't too fond of it. I think there's a lot worse other movies out there. But anyways, I hope you liked today's article, and we'll come back at you tomorrow with another article. All right, take care and have an awesome day.